Ravi was born in a small village, nestled amidst rolling hills. This village, though small and seemingly insignificant to the outside world, was a place of immense beauty and charm. The hills that surrounded it were like protective guardians, watching over the lives of the villagers. It was a place of stunning natural beauty. Every morning the sun would rise over the hills, casting a golden hue over the fields and homes. The villagers would wake up to the melodious chirping of birds and the gentle rustling of leaves. The air was clean and fresh, filled with the scent of blooming flowers and the earthy aroma of the fields. It was a place where one could truly breathe and feel alive. The people were kind and hard-working, but life was difficult. Despite the beauty that surrounded them, the villagers faced numerous challenges. They worked from dawn till dusk, their hands calloused and their faces weathered by the sun. Poverty was a harsh reality for most, including Ravi's family. They lived in modest homes, often struggling to make ends meet. Yet, amidst the hardships, there was a sense of community and togetherness that bound them.
My parents were farmers. They worked tirelessly, day in and day out, to provide for us. Their dedication and perseverance were truly inspiring. They toiled tirelessly in the fields. The soil was their canvas, and they painted it with their sweat and hard work. Each day was a battle against the elements, but they never gave up. Their days were long and arduous. Under the scorching sun, they would labor, their bodies aching, but their spirits unbroken. They knew that their efforts were the only way to ensure a better future for their children. They earned just enough to put food on the table. Our meals were simple, but they were made with love. Every bite was a reminder of the sacrifices my parents made for us.
Ravi shared a small mud house with his parents and siblings. The house was humble, with walls made of mud and a thatched roof. It was a place they called home, filled with memories and dreams. It was a simple life, but it was filled with love and laughter. The family would gather around in the evenings, sharing stories and laughter, finding joy in the little things. Despite their poverty, Ravi's parents understood the importance of education. They believed that knowledge was the key to breaking the cycle of poverty and building a brighter future. They believed it was the key to a better future. They would often tell Ravi that education was the greatest gift they could give him, a gift that no one could ever take away. So they made sure Ravi attended the village school. It was a small school, but it was a place where dreams were nurtured and possibilities were endless.
It wasn't much, just a single room with a leaky roof. But to us, it was a sanctuary of learning. The walls might have been old and the roof might have leaked, but the knowledge we gained there was priceless. But for Ravi, it was a place of hope and opportunity. Every day, he would walk to school with a sense of excitement, eager to learn something new.
Ravi loved going to school. It was his escape from the harsh realities of life, a place where he could dream and aspire. He was a bright and curious child. His eyes would light up with curiosity, and he would ask questions, always eager to learn more. He soaked up knowledge like a sponge. Books became his best friends, and he would spend hours reading and writing, lost in the world of words. His teachers quickly recognized his potential. They saw in him a spark, a determination to rise above his circumstances. They encouraged him to dream big, to believe that he could achieve anything he set his mind to. With their guidance and support, Ravi began to see a future filled with endless possibilities. School became Ravi's sanctuary. It was a place where he could escape the hardships of his daily life and immerse himself in the world of knowledge. The school environment provided him with a sense of stability and security that he desperately needed. He excelled in his studies, consistently ranking at the top of his class. His dedication to learning was evident in every assignment he completed and every test he aced. The teachers took notice of his exceptional performance and began to see him as a shining example for other students. His teachers were amazed by his intelligence and determination. They often discussed his potential during their meetings, marveling at how a child from such a humble background could possess such a sharp mind and unwavering resolve. They went above and beyond to help him. Recognizing his potential, they offered him additional tutoring sessions and personalized guidance to ensure he could reach his full potential. They believed in him and wanted to see him succeed. They provided him with extra books and guidance. These resources were invaluable to Ravi, who eagerly devoured every book and piece of advice given to him. The teacher's support was a lifeline, helping him navigate the complexities of his studies. They nurtured his thirst for knowledge. Ravi's curiosity knew no bounds, and his teachers were more than willing to feed that curiosity. They introduced him to new subjects and concepts, broadening his horizons and fueling his passion for learning.
My parents, though exhausted from their work, always made time for me. Despite their long hours and the physical toll of their labor, they never failed to show up for me. Their dedication was a constant source of motivation. They listened patiently as I recounted my lessons. Every evening, we would sit together and I would share what I had learned that day. Their interest in my education made me feel valued and encouraged me to keep striving for excellence. They encouraged me to study hard. Their words of encouragement were like a balm to my weary soul, reminding me that my efforts were not in vain. They believed in my potential and pushed me to aim higher.
We instilled in him the values of hard work, perseverance, and integrity. These were not just words, but principles we lived by every day. We wanted Ravi to understand that success was not just about intelligence, but also about character. These values would guide him throughout his life. They became the foundation upon which he built his dreams and aspirations. We knew that with these values, he could overcome any obstacle.
Word of Ravi's academic brilliance spread through the village. His achievements became a topic of conversation among the villagers, who were both amazed and inspired by his success. It was a rare and wonderful thing to see someone from their community excel in such a way. There was a collective sense of pride in his achievements. The villagers felt a deep connection to Ravi's success, as if his accomplishments were their own. They celebrated his victories and took pride in knowing that one of their own was making a mark. The villagers saw in him a beacon of hope for their own children. Ravi's story became a source of inspiration for many parents and children in the village. They began to believe that with hard work and determination, they too could achieve great things. They knew that if Ravi could succeed, so could their sons and daughters. His journey showed them that their dreams were within reach and that education was the key to unlocking a brighter future.
Ravi's success was not just his own. It was a collective achievement, a testament to the power of community and the importance of support systems. Everyone who had played a part in his journey felt a sense of ownership in his success. It was a testament to the unwavering support of his family, teachers, and community. Each person who had encouraged him, taught him, or simply believed in him had contributed to his achievements. We believed in him when he doubted himself. There were times when Ravi felt overwhelmed and unsure of his abilities, but we were there to remind him of his potential and to lift his spirits. We lifted him up when he faltered. In moments of doubt and difficulty, we provided the support and encouragement he needed to keep going. Our belief in him never wavered. We celebrated his every accomplishment, no matter how small. Each milestone, each step forward was a cause for celebration. These moments of joy and recognition fueled his drive to achieve even more.
After completing his schooling, Ravi knew he had to leave the village. The small, familiar streets and the comforting faces of his neighbors had been his world for so long. But deep down, he felt a calling, a pull towards something greater. He had to pursue higher education. The village school had given him a strong foundation, but Ravi yearned for more knowledge, more experiences, and more opportunities. The city, with its universities and opportunities, beckoned him. It was a place where dreams could be realized, where hard work and determination could pave the way to success. It was a daunting prospect, leaving everything he knew behind. The village had been his sanctuary, a place where everyone knew each other, where life was simple and predictable. But Ravi was determined to make something of himself. He had dreams that extended beyond the horizon of his village, dreams that required him to step out of his comfort zone.
With a heavy heart, I bid farewell to my family and friends. Their support and love had been my strength, and leaving them behind was the hardest thing I had ever done. I promised to return someday and make them proud. Their faith in me was unwavering, and I carried their hopes with me as I embarked on this new journey. I boarded a crowded bus, my meager belongings bundled in a cloth sack. The journey ahead was uncertain, but my resolve was firm. I carried with me their hopes and dreams. Every step I took was a step towards a future that held promise and potential.
The city was a whirlwind of noise, crowds, and unfamiliar sights. The hustle and bustle were overwhelming, a stark contrast to the quiet life of the village. It was overwhelming at first, but Ravi adapted quickly. He learned to navigate the crowded streets to find his way in the chaos. He found a small room in a crowded neighborhood. It was modest, but it was his own space, a place where he could focus on his studies and dreams. He enrolled in a government college, his tuition paid for by a scholarship he had earned. This was a testament to his hard work and dedication.
Life in the city was tough. The nights were long, and the days were filled with challenges. I had to work part-time to support myself. The scholarship covered my tuition, but there were other expenses to consider. I juggled my studies with odd jobs. I delivered newspapers, waited tables, and tutored younger students. Each job taught me something new, and each experience made me stronger. I often went to bed hungry, my mind weary, but still filled with dreams. The journey was tough, but every challenge was a step towards my goal. I knew that with perseverance and hard work, I could achieve anything.
Despite the challenges, Ravi thrived in the city. He excelled in his studies, graduating at the top of his class.
I secured a coveted job in a multinational company. My hard work, intelligence, and integrity impressed my superiors.
Ravi climbed the corporate ladder steadily. He rose through the ranks, taking on increasingly challenging roles. He traveled the world, experiencing different cultures and expanding his horizons.
But I never forgot my roots. I sent money home regularly, helping my family and supporting the education of my younger siblings.
Years turned into decades. Ravi's career flourished. He achieved financial success beyond his wildest dreams.
I lived in a spacious apartment, enjoyed the finer things in life, and had a loving family of my own. But through it all, I never forgot the village where I had come from. I never forgot the struggles of my childhood.
He never forgot the kindness and support he had received from his family, teachers, and community. He knew it was time to give back. 50 years had passed since Ravi had left the village. He was no longer the impoverished boy who had boarded that crowded bus. He was a successful businessman, a respected leader, and a philanthropist.
It was time to return to my roots.
News of Ravi's impending visit spread through the village like wildfire. People were excited to see their prodigal son return. The once dusty path leading to the village was decorated with colorful flags and flowers. Children lined the streets, their faces beaming with anticipation.
I was overwhelmed by the warm reception.
He embraced his aging parents, tears of joy streaming down their wrinkled faces. He walked through the village, his heart swelling with emotion. It had changed. There were now paved roads, electricity, and a health center, but poverty was still evident.
I knew I couldn't single-handedly eradicate poverty, but I could make a difference. I could empower the next generation. I could give them the gift of education, the same gift that had transformed my own life.